Let's talk about the learning curve. This is the period of time between when you start and when you become really proficient at the job, where you're confident that if you go knock doors, you'll make sales and that the job will be a financially viable opportunity for you. Now, for some people, the learning curve is quick. They're done with it in a week. Maybe they had previous sales experience. Maybe they're just a fast learner or natural, whatever it is, they pick it up really fast. For others, the learning curve can be very, very slow and painful. I always tell reps, plan 3 to 6 months of learning. That's your learning period, 3 to 6 months. 6 months and on, that's your earning period. But you gotta go through the learning period first. Now, there are some things that you can do to speed this process up and make it better. So I'm gonna share those with you. The first is to spend time off the doors training. Too many reps only spend time with the job when they're on the doors doing the work. That's like chopping away at a tree with a dull axe. Yes, you're gonna get through the tree, but man, it's gonna be painful and hard. Spend the time to sharpen that axe. Take an hour every day training, reading training books and content, role playing with experienced reps in your office, meeting with your recruiter or trainer, watching YouTube videos on general sales practices, clicking through Wikipedia to learn about the solar or electrical industry in general. Whatever it is, sharpen your saw. And one of the coolest things about training is it not only increases your knowledge, it increases your confidence. Because if you're going out on the doors today with some new piece of knowledge, some new technique to try, some new principle, a new question that you're gonna ask on the doors, whatever it is, it's like going hunting with a newer, sharper, straighter arrow, where you can know in your head, okay, yesterday I failed, but today I'm positioned better to succeed because I have this new sharper arrow. I have this new thing. That's what training does. It gives you confidence and it gives you excitement and motivation. And trust me, you need excitement and motivation. It's gonna be exciting and motivating and fun at first, but inevitably you'll hit this wall where it just feels difficult. It feels like it's not working and you're gonna wanna quit. So spending time training can overcome that. The second thing is to maximize your training time with your trainer. I can't tell you how many times and how frustrating it is to have reps shadowing me and they're not really paying attention. I've even had reps just blatantly dinking around on their phone in between doors during the presentation. I even had a rep fall asleep one time during a presentation. This is such a mistake. Without being too self-aggrandizing, I've been doing the job a long time. 15 years, top 1% performance. People pay money to be able to get trained and get coached the way that you may be getting coached for free by your trainer or recruiter. Your manager, the person that's responsible for you, may be someone that performs at a top 1% level, that does things that 99% of other people can't do or aren't willing to do. This is a very valuable person to learn from. So pretend that you paid $10,000 for sales coaching services and take notes that way. Pay attention that way, because I've just seen so many reps miss incredible opportunities to be trained by some of the best people in the industry. One thing you can do with your trainer's permission is record their pitches, when they're on the doors, their role plays, and review them later. Dive in, look for new information. If they're not comfortable getting recorded, then have questions after every door. Take notes. Hey, why did you say this? Or why didn't you do this? I read that this is what you're supposed to do, but you didn't. Why is that? Or, hey, when I do my door approach, what am I missing? Or what should I be doing that I'm not? Or what am I doing that I shouldn't be? Or I've been studying this. Can you dive in deeper or maybe give me an example of that on your next pitch that you do? Just be an absolute sponge and treasure this opportunity that you have to learn from someone who's a top performer, top earner, and does amazing things. So that's tip number 2. Tip number 3 is to have proper expectations. I see a lot of reps that get into door-to-door, and I'll be honest, part of this could be the recruiter's fault. A lot of recruiters sugarcoat the opportunity, but reps come into it with a misplaced idea of how hard it's gonna be to figure this out or how long it's gonna take. They have this idea that it's gonna be easy money. Maybe they know someone that they think they're better than that's dominating and making money, but what they don't realize is that person already put in the time to get through the learning curve. So if you come into this with false expectations, if you think it's gonna be fast, if you think it's gonna be easy, you're gonna be disappointed and you're gonna wind up quitting. So what I always tell reps, for as far as expectation wise, is if you're gonna do this, commit to being here in a year. That's it. No matter what happens, I will be here in a year. And shoot, if you make that commitment, you keep it, and it doesn't work out, yeah, a year's a long time, but also not really. And even if it turned out the door-to-door solar sales was not the right opportunity for you, you will have learned some incredible things that are gonna benefit you professionally for the rest of your life. So commit to being here in a year, no matter what happens. As far as the learning curve, a lot of reps, it takes 3 to 6 months to really get it down where they're in the money and they know that they can go out and knock and be productive, and that's fine. Some people it's more, some people it takes an entire year, but just know that the only way to fail is to quit. I don't know anyone in my decade and a half that I've been doing this job, I don't know anyone that refused to quit, that stuck with it, that didn't eventually figure it out. It's not, the actual process is not hard. The hard part about it is a lot of the other things, the mindset, the emotional resilience, the persistence. The actual job itself is not hard. You just go find people that are on the fence about solar and you go push them over, explain to them why it's awesome and sign them up. But those would be my 3 tips. Make sure you're spending time off the doors training. Maximize the time that you have training with your trainer, and have proper expectations. If you do these 3 things, even if the learning curve takes you a while, it won't be intolerable and it won't wind up killing you. And you'll find that you get from the learning curve to the earning curve much faster.